where we are now, it's great. Like I always say, like Eman is one of the best fathers I've ever come across.
Oh, don't make me cry, oh.
The way he the way he breathes life into our kids. Every single one of them has their own relationship with him, and he has been so intentional in forming that relationship. It just doesn't come. You just don't turn around and say, "Oh, I'm back now. Everything is back." No, he took the time out to speak to every single one of them and to make sure that he understood them and what makes them tick and what makes them happy and sad, and just how to lift them up. Because trust me, there are times that I just like, "Oh God, you need to come." You need to come, because me, I'm one no from shouting at these kids.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the 3L podcast with Mimi. We're going to start with Mimi, my beautiful, wonderful, elegant.
Mm, that's a new word.
Come on, we're bringing it in. Sophisticated,
Mm-hmm.
fine, fine, fine.
Mm.
Sugar babe, how are you?
I'm good.
And myself, E-man,
E-man,
the one and only,
the money man,
the money man, the
the
uncle man,
the finance
the
guy.
finance guy. I mean, what do we talk about on this podcast?
Life, love, and legacy.
Come on. And today,
Mm-hmm.
today's topic, I know Mimi, she did this one thinking about me. This one is too close to home.
It's too close.
This one, I said, ah, so you came to talk about me on podcast. You want me to talk about myself on podcast. Today,
Mm-hmm.
we are talking about marriage and ambition
Ambition.
and business and how, in some cases, a partner can put their business
Mm-hmm.
or their goals, their dreams above the marriage and above their family, and how that can bring issues and what does that look like, and how we can make sure we can find a happy medium between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mimi,
Mm-hmm. Your hair looks nice today.
thank you. I've greased it just for you, just to match your energy. Um, do you ever feel
Mm-hmm.
like I put work or ambition above you and the family, but mainly above you?
Mm. There was a time. There
Mm.
was a time. I wouldn't say it's like that now, but there was a time when it definitely felt like that,
Mhm.
and it caused a lot of conversations, arguments, and discussions in our house. But there was a time when I did feel like, yeah, you're definitely putting work above the family. And I know from your perspective, you probably just felt, I'm grinding, I'm trying to hustle,
Mhm.
I'm trying to get this bag, so I need to do what I need to do. But from my perspective, yeah, there was a time I felt like that.
Can you go more into that time? I don't know why
So
we.
it was it was 2015. We had just had, towards the end of 2015, we just had our third, and you had got in your office in Canary Wharf, and you were working and then going to the office, and you were coming home like really late at night sometimes, and because you were just working all hours of the day, just trying to get your business up and running. And it just kind of felt like, hey, I'm not seeing this guy. Like, where is my husband? Where's the father to these kids? Like, it just, yeah. And it was just a period of time where, yeah, it was just a lot.
And what was your thoughts at the time? What did you feel like I should have been doing?
Um, I didn't necessarily not want you to focus on your business because it was important to you. You always
Mm.
wanted to be self-employed, but I just kind of felt like there wasn't enough time. There wasn't a balance between the business and the family time. Because I was like, I don't even mind if we don't even spend time. Just see your kids. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you leave first thing in the morning, you come out. By the time you come home, they're sleeping, and then I just wanted, at the time, just felt like, oh, at least just try and at least come home to see the kids before they go to bed, and at least they would see you. Yeah.
I feel like I get it. I remember this was before COVID, before
Mhm.
everything was online
Online.
and
Yeah.
so forth. Like this was when everything was face to face
Mhm.
in the office. If you didn't, like, self-employed, but I had to go to my own office and create my own space and meet people in person and travel around like with your laptop to go around and see
To have
people,
meetings and
have
stuff.
meetings and
Yeah.
so forth. And I thought I was grinding for my family. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing,
Mhm.
and um, I feel like, you know, yeah, my kids didn't see me for a period of time. You're very very right. I woke up very early in the morning, when they were still sleeping because I had to get in the city, and then I also came back really really late as well, and so a lot of the time when I came home they were already asleep, you know, and so yeah, it was a hard time, but I feel like now I get to spend time with my kids a lot
Yeah,
more because
definitely.
I took that time out, because I did the work then, because I learned from those mistakes, because I was able to establish myself then. It now puts us in a position where I can pick the kids up from school, I can be at home, I can spend more time with them, I can help them with their homework. Because I've done that then, I don't need to do that now.
Yeah.
I feel like there comes that time. But in regards to us, what kind of strain do you feel like it put on our relationship?
I think there's always going to be like a hint of resentment, right? Because it just felt like you were always out of the house.
Mm.
You were out living this life, and that's how you convince yourself, right? You tell yourself, oh, he's out, he's enjoying, he's meeting people. I'm just at home with the kids. It's just repetitive. The days are just repetitive
Mm.
constantly, and he's coming in. Sometimes he's coming in and he's so happy and he had a fantastic meeting with this client and he's trying to tell you and you're looking at him like, mate, it's been me and 3 kids like all day. Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? So it definitely did put a strain, it put a distance because we were just living different lives at that time. We were literally living 2 separate lives.
Yeah, it put a strain because I feel like, from my point of view, I feel like, raw, she's not into my vision. You know what? I'll be honest. At that time, I felt like, raw, this girl is a hater. She's a hater. I married a hater. My enemy is in my yard. I'm married to my enemy. Like, because I'm thinking, rah, you're enemy of my progress. Like, I'm here doing stuff that I'm having meetings with certain clients. I'm doing stuff. I'm achieving things that people could only dream of. People that come from privilege could only dream to be in these rooms, and I'm in them. I'm achieving things that other people are not able to achieve, and yet my wife is out here complaining that, oh, you're not here, you're not there. I'm like, how I can't be out here conquering and then come home and it feels like I'm a failure. Like, and sometimes I feel like we felt like on different pages. It felt like, right, you're not buying into my dream. You don't get where I'm trying to get to. You don't understand the life that I'm trying to give to us. And also, I did corporate. I did the 9 to 5 and came home on time, and I did that. And every time they undermine you, every time they cheat you, like you're not, like you're lucky to have a job. Every day you wake up and at any given moment they can make you redundant. And when they do, they tell you it's not personal. It's a business decision. Whereas very personal for me.
Yeah.
So now that I'm on my own journey to make sure that I ain't never gonna let anyone treat me in this way again. I'm never gonna let these guys have this control over me and be able to treat me anyhow. And my wife wants me to go, like, want me to go back and go back to 9 to 5 like, and I'm dealing with all of that. And I'm thinking I'm coming home to my wife that's gonna celebrate me and be like, wow, babe, you're doing amazing. And all my wife is in is, oh, I'm at home. I've got my day's been boring. I do the same thing every. I remember those times, those conversations.
Those conversations. Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay? Everything is a season. I'm trying to do this so we can take flights, so we can live a different life, so we can live the life we always dreamed about. So we could, at that time, we didn't even own a house.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're renting. Like, I'm trying to get us on the property ladder. I'm trying to do all of these things.
I think it was just such a time where we all like it's it was a time where I understood where he was coming from, but it doesn't help the loneliness. It doesn't stop you wanting your best friend. It doesn't want you being able to share you know what I mean? It doesn't want, like, when the kids are going to bed, you're like, oh, where's the Oga? The guy is not even here. You're calling, oh, I still have another meeting. And you understand, but you want your partner, right? You want your partner at the end of the day. So we were definitely two sides of the same coin, but we were just approaching it in two different ways.
You know, I've never thought of it like that. What I felt was selfishness was actually loneliness.
Yeah.
It's powerful, you know. It's deep when you deep it, when you really deep it. Like, someone married. I left my family. I lost my family name. My, like, all my previous identity is gone. I've lost my body shape. I'm not seeing. I'm somebody's wife. I'm somebody's mum. And now I've done all of that. I've got these kids that I'm managing throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I put them to sleep, and I'm sitting on the couch by myself. And then I come home and say, I've just had dinner with this, or we just went to here, or we were playing golf over there, or I'm going away this weekend to go and do this, and it's just like this guy's just living this life,
Yeah.
and his life hasn't stopped, and my life has completely stopped.
Ground to a
And,
halt.
and I'm happy for it to stop because I want to be married to this person, but now I don't even get this person. So how do I win out of this exchange?
Yeah.
Where's my plus? You understand?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and I think I can see it now, but at the time, I felt like this girl's a hater. This
Yeah.
girl don't understand what we're trying to do here. But the reality is that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't see that actually you were just asking for me to be around more, for me to support you, for me to ask you. And I remember like actually asking you, what do you want out of life?
Yeah.
What do you want out of this marriage? What's important to you? Because society has told you what's important is being a mom and take there's no better greater job than being a
Being a
mom and
mum.
doing this and then being a good wife and but what do you want out of life? Because let's be honest, we look at a lot of our aunties and they gave up their whole life for their family, and uncles passed and aunties now just like in the
What am I gonna
wilderness.
do? Yeah.
What am I doing in life?
Especially if she was a stay-at-home mum for all that time.
And it just seems that I gave up all my life, and now the person is not around anymore or divorced. The divorce. That's even the more painful. When auntie was in her best years, fine girl, she was in the house cooking and cleaning and washing nappies and washing bum and you know what I mean, and doing all of these things, changing nappies, and then now my man's gone and got a new young thing and left, and then you're like, I ain't got the energy like I have to. I got knee pain, I got back pain.
Hey.
Do you understand? I get migraines. And now you want me to start again.
You want to start again?
It's painful.
It's
and so
painful.
this is why I like, again, a lot of this stuff was able to discuss in therapy. And, no matter what, I always talk about couples therapy and actually speaking to a therapist. Because again, I think it is important to have these conversations because it helps you understand, because we're just wired different. As men, we're wired different. As women are wired different. And our roles and our responsibilities are wired different.
So different.
Do you understand? So do you know what I mean? So I look at people around me who I feel like they're really successful, especially women, and they're upset because they're not mums yet or they're not married. And I'm like, but forget you're not married. You've
achieved all
of this stuff. But society says you're not complete until you're married. And so now you're looking down on your achievements and all that you've got, and you're not feeling as good as you should do about yourself. And then we look at man them that are just going from having kids and just going from relationship to relationship, just having kids all over the place. And, it's just like what society expects from each is so much, from us is so different. So the way we look at stuff is completely different.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you have to take that into consideration.
Definitely. And even as myself, just what you said about sometimes a woman is successful career-wise and she doesn't have this. And I'm guilty to say that sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, I have a great husband, fantastic kids. And I feel like, I haven't achieved like career-wise.
Yeah.
And then I have to remind myself that, but I have achieved the other half of that coin, and I should be grateful for that. So it's such a weird.
It's never enough. The balance is never enough.
Yeah.
Again, like what I do as my job as a financial advisor, I have some of the most successful women, earning 250, 300K, 400K, like clients, and they're just like, yeah, but I missed this school play. Yeah, but I couldn't. I don't get to see them in the morning because I have to rush out to get into the office, or I had deadlines or whatever, or I'm not able to always make the parents' evenings and stuff like that. So my partner does that, and there's that mum guilt. There's that guilt, and
the
it's
guilt
like
it never goes.
But then you're at home doing all that stuff,
and I'm feeling
and then
guilty.
you're feeling like I want to be in the office. Like
it's such a weird mind twist that goes with women's brains. Like the scales are forever tipping in every direction on any one day, and do I say the balance is ever gonna come? I don't think so, but we just have to try and make sure that we keep the plate spinning some way, somehow.
I love that. All right, let's get into this dilemma. This week's dilemma, it is, my husband is obsessed with starting businesses.
Hey,
Every evening and weekend is the grind.
hey.
I'm lonely and tired. He says it's for us, but I'm not feeling the benefit. Like, what's your thoughts about that? Because how have we kind of got over that and made it work?
Um, I think one thing that we've done to make it work is that every time you said I'm going to do something, you put your all into that one thing, right? So then there's no jumping from different things. There's no half baked projects. There's
Mm,
always like I'm going to put my all into this and see if that works. And I think another thing that has helped is involving me into the business, right? Is bringing me in to say, okay, this
mm,
is what I want to do. Let's brainstorm. Let's talk about how we can make this work. So you feel like you're a part of it.
yeah,
So it doesn't always just feel like, oh, my husband is off in his corner or his
yeah,
garage or office doing his thing. You feel like you're a part of what he's trying to build or what he's trying to do. And I think, again, like we just said, that loneliness, you need to tell your partner, I'm happy for you to do what you're doing, but you have to make time for me as well.
yeah.
Because it's not just about, oh, the grind, because our relationship is going to suffer if we don't find our own common ground as well.
I love that. I love that. I think yeah, it's businesses. You have to understand when you love business. Like I love business.
Mm,
I love to think of an idea. Imagine us sitting here now, thinking of an idea, and then next week somebody's giving us money for
mm,
something that we just sat on the couch to talk about. Do you understand?
I
Like
hear
it's
you.
so exciting.
Mm,
It's so invigorating to feel like, right, you know what? Like I always say, like, we go to work and somebody has had a dream
mm,
and now they can pay you for your time. Do you know what I mean? Someone
mm,
dreamed of this business and now this business can afford your time, your 8 hours a day,
mm,
5 days a week. They can afford that because they had a dream. And it's like, for me, why are you not dreaming?
mm,
Like someone can dream to pay you. Why are you not dreaming to then go and pay somebody else? Do you know what I mean? And so business allows you to dream and think about how you can help, how you can service people and so forth. But you can get so into it
mm.
that you forget the
You
reality.
forget.
You forget that actually there's other things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis.
Especially if the business ideas are not coming to fruition, you would just say there's that one. You're forever chasing that next
Of
big idea, that next big thing,
of
and then you get
course.
stuck in that loop of just, oh, this idea, excitement dies. Oh, I need a new idea, and then you just, yeah.
Yeah, because as a business person, you think I'm one idea away
Yes.
from changing my life. So if this one failed, okay, the next one is gonna.
Mm.
Like, I'm just one idea. Only one of them have to work properly, and now I'm free. So it's just that constant change of grind of okay, if I put it in and make it work, that I'm one away, I'm one away, I'm
Mm.
one away each time, I'm one away. But actually, you forget that actually you gotta live today
Mm.
because business takes so much of your time, so much of your energy, so much of your focus, bro. Years will go past,
100%.
and again, the problem is, and this is one thing I had to ask myself: what is it worth me creating this amazing business, and then once it's successful, the people I want to share it with no longer want to talk to me.
Mm.
My wife has left me. My kids don't live with me anymore. My friends and family stop texting because they've been messaging
You're
and
not
calling,
there.
and you're not there, you're not answering. Do you understand?
Mm.
So for me, it really made me realize that there has to be a balance. Yeah, we're chasing business. Yes, you want to build. Yes, you want to become millionaires, billionaires, whatever. But not at the detriment of losing your loved ones, because that's the real value. There's no price on that. At the end of the day, money is there to make your time better,
Aye.
and the time is only going to be better if you're spending it with the right people.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what's the point of having all this money, but now you've isolated everybody? That there's no value in that for me. And so that's how I was like, actually, how do I build this business, but still make it work so I can still build our love, build
Yeah.
our relationship, build closer to you, build build and inform our children in the way I want them to walk and go, and being a living example to them as
Mm.
well. So yeah, you have to find a balance.
Yeah, we definitely had to find the balance. And I think where we are now is great. Like I always say, like Eman is one of the best fathers I've ever come across.
Ah, don't make me cry, oh.
The way he the way he breathes life into our kids. Every single one of them has their own relationship with him, and he has been so intentional in forming that relationship. It just doesn't come. You just don't turn around and say, "Oh, I'm back now. Everything is back." No, he took the time out to speak to every single one of them and to make sure that he understood them and what makes them tick and what makes them happy and sad, and just how to lift them up. Because trust me, there are times when I just like, "Oh God, you need to come." You need to come, because me, I'm one no from shouting at these kids. Do you know what I mean? And he just knows how to come in, and and we've learned how to focus on what needs to be focused on at the time. And I think that's literally what's helped us a lot. And I
Mm.
think our kids are better off for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's fantastic. Ah, thank you so much for those kind words.
Mhm.
All right, so when with what we're talking about,
Mhm.
what do you feel are some really important things when it comes to business? Like when it comes to chasing, because it might not just be business, it might be just chasing your goals, chasing your dreams. You might want to do a. I had a client wanted to do a PhD, and the husband was like, "Well, how can you do a PhD when who's going to be at home to look after the kids?" And do you know what I mean? There might just be things that you want to do. You might want to. There might be. You might. I had another client. She wanted to start doing Uber, and the husband was like, "I don't want you to do Uber," and she's like, "Well, it's something I can do easily during the day, like what I make money, and then I can use that so I don't have to be solely reliant on you and so forth." It's like, what if there's just things that you want to do? How do you get that across to your partner to really have the balance to say, look, this is what I really want to do. This is why we want to put my time in. I need your support. But them feeling like, actually, I don't think you need to do that.
I think one thing I will say that has worked for us is that before I bring an idea to you, I have to think about it. How is it going to impact our lives? How is it going to impact our day to day? And find the solution, because I know you're going to ask me the questions.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to ask me, Mims, but what? And I have to have the answers to those questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I'm bringing something to you, I like, okay, I need to think of what is Emmanuel going to fire back at me?
Mm.
And if I don't have the answers to that question, maybe it's not the right time.
Mm.
Maybe it's not the right season.
Mm.
Maybe I can only do half of that now and pick it up later. And I think that's how you need to do. If you're going to your husband, I think men are very practical. They like solution based
Mm.
things. So if you're going to your husband saying, I want to do this, make sure that you know that every concern he might potentially bring up, you have an answer to it. That way he can't refute it. And then you have to stand on it as well.
Yeah, and I think it's important. I think also look at the value. So like
Mm.
one of the big things in our house is that Mimi wants to go back to work, and I'm like, no problem, go to work. But what's going to happen in this house?
Mm.
If you can find a job that allows you to do whatever, because we can't both be out there
Yeah.
working 40 hours. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna make sense. So it's one of those things where if it can balance, even if it's part time,
Mm.
do you know what I mean? I get it. You might want to just be in a different environment. The kids are at school during the day. You don't want to be in the house by yourself, or you want to be out there meeting new people, or you want to do something other than just the cakes. Yeah, I totally get it. Even though the cakes are amazing, I feel like it's a wonderful business. Just put my energy into that. But I get it. You've been doing it for long. You want to do other things. So I totally understand that. It's just how do you make it work?
Yeah.
It's not a no. Like, I think sometimes people. One of the things you mentioned was seasons.
Mm.
I think people have to understand their seasons. Just because it might be no now, that's not no forever.
Yeah.
It might just be no today. It might be yes in a month's time, in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months time. Like, but I feel like we always just want to hear yes when we
Yes,
want to hear
straight
yes.
away. Yeah.
And if we don't hear yes when we want to hear yes, then it's a problem. And now
Mm.
it's outrage. And now it's how dare you? You're controlling me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had enough of this marriage. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, actually, no, it's not. It's not a never. It's just how do we
And
make this work?
we're very much prime examples of that. Because if this was 3 years ago, this couldn't work. Why does it work now? Because everyone's in school. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, again, like Emmanuel said, and I've said, seasons, everything in its own time. And when it is and when it comes, it will be beautiful.
No, I love that. So, round up. What do you want to tell them? What do you what's your takeaway? Because obviously you was on the negative side to
Yeah.
this, right? So what's your takeaway to someone who maybe is on the negative side? What should they be thinking? How did you approach me? Like, what do you feel like is a good way to approach that if you're on the negative side, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling left out, you're feeling not supported, what's the good way to approach?
A good way to approach, I think, if you're on the side that I was on, I think you just have to say, okay, I'm definitely carving time.
Mm,
I'm physically carving time in your diary. Because if I carve time and you let me down, then you know, and I'm angry, then you have to say, okay, I'm the one that messed up.
mm,
So yes, we might not necessarily have been able to go out, but we'll do date nights. We'll say, okay, babe, we're gonna try and can you come home early so we can watch a movie tonight? You know, get inish or something like that. You know what I mean? Just be intentional with carving the time that you need from that person, because yes, business, it's hard work, but you have to be intentional. I just made sure that I was intentional with carving the time out with Emmanuel.
mm.
And obviously it wasn't easy straight away, but eventually we found the time to make it work. And then yeah, we went into COVID and that's just changed again. But yeah, at the time it was just making sure we carved out time.
Yeah, I think it's really important. And I think if you are the one, like, try and put yourself in the other person's shoes. Like,
Mm.
as much as you want to grow this business and you want this business to be successful, above all, you should want your marriage to be successful.
Mm.
Above all, you should want to be a great father to your children. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm.
those things should take priority in regards to your mind. So, and also then, like, have deadlines, have agreements. So I would tell him that, okay, just give me these next X amount of months to do X, Y, Z, and then I'll make sure that do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have those agreements, so she can understand that this is not forever.
Mm.
Because if you don't communicate, then it feels like you just want to leave me sitting in this house looking after these kids, like you've married me to be a slave.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You basically married me to have someone to look after your kids and you when you're around. And that's not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I signed up for partnership. Do you know what I mean? And so it's important to have those communication and then also find out what they want. So
Mm.
while you're chasing your dream, excellent. But I remember there was a point where I was like, okay, Mims, I've done my thing. Like I've set up. What do you want? And then that was when you said I wanted to be a business analyst, and paid for the course, got it done, and you did that. Do you know what I mean? And that gave you fulfillment. It gave you
Yeah.
like, and I took the back seat while you were studying for it. I was putting the kids to bed. I was picking the kids from school. I was taking those responsibilities. Like, it's eat. Forget how much who earns what. Like, there's a time where as a man, you got to support your wife, and that means you got to take the back seat and you got to push her forward, and you got to take that burden for a little while. It's not forever, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, definitely. And you both be happy together and you both feel fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, people actually subscribed last time you said it, so
Oh,
I'm gonna let you say it this time.
thank you so much for watching the episode. But please subscribe, share, drop a comment, drop a like, share it to everybody. I want to see it in your stories, and I will comment on every single person who drops a comment.
All right, people. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.